Hey, welcome to this week's webinar on our EO Pro page. As we jump in here today, I'm hanging out with my friend, Britt Pirtle.
Hello. How's it going, everybody?
And we're excited to be here today. So this week, we're actually what I'm really most excited about this week, we launch our new products from convention.
Woo!
Are you excited?
So exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so Britt
Who doesn't love a clean house?
Yeah, what did you say?
I said, who doesn't love a clean house?
Absolutely. So most of you know here, you've already seen the excitement. If you didn't attend convention, this is a recap and kind of an introductory, a little bit more of a deeper dive into the new Abode product line. And Britt and I are really excited to talk about this. Before we begin, I just want to actually give you a little bit of background on Britt. Britt is a IIN health coach, as well as you're a bar instructor, right?
Yes, I teach fitness. Yes, I teach mixology. No, I am a pure bar instructor, so I teach fitness and health and nutritional therapy, all those things, all things health and wellness.
Yeah, and how long have you been doing that now? I've known you probably 8-9 years now.
Oh man, yeah, I guess so. I've been doing health and wellness for 8 or 9 years, and then bar for about 4.5.
Yeah. And I love Britt, and the reason why I wanted you guys to have a little bit of background on her is because she really walks and talks the lifestyle that she teaches other people to live. So she's very integrated into her holistic lifestyle, everything that she's teaching her clients to do and what she's teaching in her classes. She is living, drinking, eating, breathing, cleaning it, right? So even though we're talking about cleaning, but she embodies all things in health and wellness. And so she is an excellent person to learn about the different ways that you can be incorporating doTERRA into your home. But then the second side of that too is the background that I have of going into is I've been in the health and wellness space probably, I'm 44, I probably shouldn't tell you my age, but since I was 19. So combined together, we have quite a bit of years of experience in teaching people.
The oils are really doing some magic for you.
Yeah, keeping me young. So as we dive in here today in particular, I wanted to talk just briefly about 3 key areas that your body and your health needs to be impacted, or the 3 key areas to actually take a look at what are those culprits causing those health concerns that you might have in your life or inside of your wellness. And those of you who have been with us for a while, you may have in particular hired your oils to do a certain job, right? And so if you were sitting maybe back in the good olden days, we used to do Need and Eat classes. You were sitting in a class, Britt and I probably would say, hey, before we begin and before we introduce you to the amazing products and talk a lot about how you can incorporate oils into your home, jot down the 3 key areas that you need the most support on. What are your top 3 health concerns? You remember we used to talk, that was like top 3 health concerns, write those down. And as we go through our class, you're going to identify or hear certain products or certain essential oils that are going to correlate to those 3 health concerns. In the end, you would pick your kit based off of addressing those health concerns. And so as I've grown in my own journey of using essential oils, and as I continue to find the ways to impact the people that I'm working with, I have discovered through the energy part, the energetics of our body, that there are 6 imbalances to the body. And those 6 core imbalances, inside of those imbalances that are causing the disruption in your health, there's 3 key main areas that we really need to be concerned about. So when I'm teaching now, instead of saying, hey, what are your health concerns? Now I go a little bit further. Once we identify what your health concern is, and say you might be dealing with thyroid issues and you need some support inside of your thyroid, or the culprit might be some weight gain. There's 3 things that I like to teach people and help them to become really empowered. And number 1 is, what is the nutritional deficiencies causing your fill in the blank, whatever health concern you have. Now, the next one is, what are the chemical exposures that are causing or contributing to your fill in the blank? And then the last one is, what are the emotional stressors that are causing or contributing to your fill in the blank, right? So if it was thyroid. And what I would encourage you past this recording today, as you're going to learn about the area of toxins and cleaning, is that you get really good at Googling those three questions. What are the chemical exposures causing my weight gain? What are the emotional stressors that could be causing my weight gain? And what are the nutritional deficiencies causing my weight gain? Say it was that. And here you're going to find that you're going to really unlock some really powerful ways of thinking and understanding, and really take the use of essential oils a lot further. So I want to talk a little bit about the emotional side of essential oils really quickly. Is all of the oils that we're using, they're really, really powerful when we think about a fragrance or a scent. And in fact, this is scent branding happens to be scent branding is really a way of marketing a product to you. So most of us would know or would say that the reason why we purchase a product is because we're like, well, my mom purchased that and her mom purchased that, right? Like, do you have any products, Britt, that you purchased because your mom did?
Heck yeah. I have certain scents that I'm like, oh man, that reminds me of like being young and my mom going like on date nights. I'm like, oh, I like that still. Like, totally.
Yeah. And your mom actually, though, has always been pretty holistic herself, though.
Yeah, she's done a really good job. She's one of those who like can't handle toxic smells, or like being in an Uber with like a, dangling synthetic toxic scent thing, whatever, she's definitely one of those. So yeah, I've been pretty lucky in that regard for sure. But yeah, I have a lot of things that she's like, oh, this is something that my mom's been using for years. I use the same thing. So yeah, totally.
Yeah, and it's on the opposite end. I'm probably opposite of Britt's mom. My mom was opposite of Britt's mom, although my mom did suffer from migraines. And so she could not wear certain smells or use certain products. And so I also ended up throughout my life suffering from migraines, and smells were a trigger, but that wasn't the actual culprit. Now that I've learned and I've really gotten into health and wellness even further, there was a root cause there. So it's interesting that as we kind of talk about this, I want you to be thinking about like, oh yeah, what did my mom use that I used just because my mom used it? Not because I actually even looked at the back of the ingredients or even understand how that might be affecting my respiratory, right? My lungs. So I want you to actually think about those things. And as you're kind of discovering and kind of going back to it's like, who taught you what products to use and why? And did I ever even really look at, and was that a healthy option for my body or to bring into my home? So environment is a really big thing when we're talking about toxins as well. And when we talk again about the scent branding, a lot of companies understand the power of scent, because when we smell a certain fragrance, just like Britt just said, she's like, oh yeah, this reminds me of my mom. And she was like going out on date night. So it creates a marker in the brain, and it actually, scents can transport us through time. And so as Britt just kind of said that and experienced that, it's the branding industry or the marketing industry understands that. And so there's a documentary that's a really powerful documentary for you to maybe check out or listen to. It's called, the documentary is called Stink. And it goes into and documents a pathway of a husband who lost his wife to cancer. And he started researching, why do my children's clothes smell like a vanilla potion? Like, why is everything around me have this smell? And he started to link her cancer to the products that they were living. So I love this documentary if you have time. But again, understand that inside of your products, because it creates an emotional attachment, most people are actually buying a product because either one, it reminds them of what their mom picked out or did, or it actually has a scent. And that scent reminds them of, maybe something a time or a place, and they really love the scent. So this is really kind of important to start to understand as you're looking at products. Also too, in one of the most powerful ways that you can become empowered is downloading the app EWG. Do you have that app on your phone, Britt?
I do, yeah. I kind of forget about it here and there, and then I'm like, oh, I should totally be seeing if this product that says it's so clean and toxic free is actually what it says it is, and half the time it's not.
Right.
Which is really interesting.
Which is actually kind of shocking, right? So you're like, oh man, like I love this product. So my boy and I did this the other day. We went through Target and we started pulling out everything, because a big thing around labeling also too is a second thing is the greenwashing, right? So we see, oh, it's green, so we think that it's healthy or that it's good. So to be empowered, this is another tool that I love to help families is download the app EWG. There's another one called Think Dirty. And all of these products that we're talking about today, they are actually, doTERRA has done the work and put them up on EWG. So that was like really cool, the verification on our cleaning supplies and this cleaning line, because that's going to be super powerful for the accreditation, obviously for like the accreditation that these are really green, and give you all the printout of everything that's in them. The number one culprit though, when we're using a cleaning supply, is going to be the smell, and again, fragrance. And behind the word fragrance, you can hide over 3,000 chemicals. So this is actually when we talk about endocrine disruptors, right? The endocrine disruptors in your home that are causing the hormone imbalances and all the different things going on, those are the makeup you're using, right? The skincare you're using, the products we're using in our home, candles. So we start to look at our home environment, and this becomes a really solid place that it's like, we really want to take a look at here. It's kind of like a mind map, right? And all these things are causing endocrine disruptors. And how can we replace these with something that is clean, natural, and safe? And doTERRA really provides that. So I'm going to pop this up, and I want to tell you a couple of key points, and then I'm going to move to Britt to have her start to dive into the products. But in body code, one of the areas as an energy practitioner, I do something that's called body code. And body code, again, is taking a look at those 6 imbalances and finding which ones are creating this disruption. So a lot of times when people come to me and they do have that health concern, I'll go in and I'll muscle test, and I'll actually find the root cause. And again, sometimes the root cause is emotional, sometimes it's a toxin, and sometimes it's actually, so there's emotion, toxin, and nutrition. Those are those 3 key areas that seem to rotate and come up quite often. But when you're using cleaning supplies, I want to tell you this area that as we're using cleaning supplies that have heavy chemicals, those cleaning supplies take a toll on the respiratory system, right? They also take a toll on the skin, because we're using those cleaning supplies, they're getting on our hands. And so we're absorbing those chemicals into our hands, and then we're also absorbing those into their lungs. So it's really common, actually, now you'll see out, and this is even in marketing on the opposite end, that's trying to expose the dangers behind cleaning and chemical cleaning, is that there are more chemicals in your home, and all of these like cleaning supplies are actually as dangerous as smoking cigarettes, right? Have you seen that marketing out there, Britt?
I have seen it before, and it's wild. It's crazy to think that we can compare these chemicals to something as bad as smoking cigarettes. It's wild.
Yeah.
But it totally makes sense. And when, they're trade secrets and they can hide all these things, and it makes sense that our body is they're not testing these products to see whether or not they're going to affect us in any way, because they don't need to, because it's a trade secret, so they can hide behind that label, which is crazy.
There's a lot of ways to actually hide behind and create layers. And those layers, again, all are in ways to keep the people protected, right? Like, so, and this is, again, when we actually get into the energetic side of this, if this comes up, and if I'm working on a client and say toxicity from cleaning products come up, I want you to understand is that that could come from any time in your life. You might have cleaned with bleach or heavy, harsh chemicals years ago, and now you've gone completely clean. But your body, you want to think about your lungs, they're a filtration system, just like thinking about your house. You want to change out the air filter, right, of your home. And most of us, 9 out of 10 people, are walking around and we are completely toxic because we're not able to filter everything, right? And again, so the reason why I like to really focus on this as I'm working with a client is this is a huge area I like to focus in on, because your environment in your home is 33% of what is a daily impact on your life, decisions, thoughts, and then also your health, because everything in your environment is either supporting a healthy lifestyle or it's contributing to that negative lifestyle, right? So this would be a really important way to actually clean up, is to take a look at, if you do have a health concern going on, is how can, number one, I support my body by getting rid of certain products. So cleaning out your under your sink, and we've got some new products for you. And then the second area, again, is thinking about how to cleanse the house. So continuing to use your water and your oils and your lifelong vitality, and even again, taking a look at even past that point is your internal cleanse with the doTERRA Cleanse and Restore Kit. Those would be 2 ways, again, that we're going to be focusing on the house, the body, and then the house, right? The house that you live in. So we're going to jump into some of those products today. Britt is going to walk us through the Abode line. And I'm really excited again about this line, because I think they've been, this has been probably a couple of years that they've been working on this, and we've been asking for a really long time. Because this is an area that I know we all probably, I don't know if you DIY, Britt, but I DIY these products, and I'm so excited to not have to do that anymore.
Definitely. Wow. I feel like I learned so much right now. So thank you for that. You did an amazing job sharing.
You're welcome.
How to reduce toxicity for our body, but also it's the energetic side of it too. It's not just the physical being. It affects us at such a deeper level. So that was awesome. I'm going to go back and take notes. So so the products that doTERRA have to offer already for reducing toxic load are amazing at more of a physical level, when we're taking in our supplements and we're utilizing the probiotics and the GX Assist. All of those are things that we should be utilizing as tools to reduce the toxicity for our house, right? But then not only that, it is so hard to find a product that's going to be easy to use for our homes. And so how amazing doTERRA not only made a new product line for us to be using, but also the sustainability around it is huge. I'm so excited. Like, that's probably what I'm most excited about, because I do see things like our hand soap and different products that we have in plastics right now. And so for us to be able to utilize tools like aluminum and other products, packaging, to be able to reduce that, I'm really excited about it. So let's jump in to.
Let me ask you one question, because I didn't realize the aluminum was more sustainable. Like, obviously
aluminum's more sustainable than plastic.
Yeah.
Because you can continually recycle aluminum over and over and over again. Whereas plastic is actually more, you can still recycle it, but it's a lot harder. It takes a lot more energy to recycle plastic. So the sustainability side, it's just more of like the energy output that it takes.
Okay, yeah. I like that, because we're grooving on the energy part.
Yeah, totally. Reduce that energy. We want to have like a negative carbon footprint, that kind of thing. So
say something on that, of what you just said. That's the exact same thing. That was a great correlation to your body. It's the exact same thing, right? We want to reduce the waste in our body. We want to reduce that carbon footprint, so to speak, because the more we reduce that, the pollution inside of our body, the more energy you have, right? The more health and longevity you have. So that same thing of why Britt loves the sustainability around the product is the same reason why you should love the sustainability around integrating the products, because it's the sustainability of your health. So sorry.
Totally. Yeah, no, that's a perfect way of putting it, because it's like, the more weight we put on ourselves, it's like the more toxicity, it's like pulling us down energetically, right? So we're reducing that toxicity. We're letting it lift us out and be more airy and more fluid and more light, right? It's like the whole goal. So yeah, I love that. All right. So Abode is what doTERRA has created. What do you think about the scent with Abode?
I love the scent. To me, it kind of feels, well, I mean, I actually pick up the cassia a lot in it. So the cassia, but I used to create something similar to this, and because I would use purify and like lemon eucalyptus, and like I just didn't really like that it would smell like bug spray. So
Okay.
because I was looking at the properties of purify and lemon eucalyptus and tea tree, and so this just smells so good. And I love arborvitae, Litsea. We can't even get Litsea in our market, so I was really impressed with the how complimentary it was.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. And it's so funny the points that you pulled out, because I say arborvitae, that woodsy kind of mellow, calming essential oil scent is going to bring it down and bring it less like citrusy intense, as well as the cassia gives it that warmth, and the litsea again gives it that kind of softness, like refreshing softness. And then you have distilled lime in there, which is going to be uplifting, super cleansing. And when you look at this list, lime, litsea, cassia, lemon, eucalyptus, tea tree, arborvitae, kochi, eucalyptus, cilantro, lavender, and lemon myrtle, every single one of them, I'm going to go through them and kind of share a few of the properties, but just for not wanting to repeat myself 5,000 times, all of them contain the properties that are going to be cleansing and purifying. So how amazing is that? Every single one of these oils is giving it its own version of cleansing and purification. So it has this synergistic, like you see, powerful synergistic chemistry. So doTERRA took a bunch of their oils, they looked at the properties and they said, what's going to help us cleanse and reduce toxicity in our homes? So they started playing, and this is what they came up with. And they are going to be coming out with more research. They haven't done it yet, but just stay tuned. We'll have more research on the different bacteria and things that they were able to get rid of in the home. So that's really cool, is we're basically safeguarding all of our surfaces in the home with just this essential oil blend. Okay, so distilled lime, and that one's going to be purifying, detoxifying. You have litsea that adds additional properties aside from purifying and cleansing. It's going to be detoxifying, refreshing to our atmosphere. It's an immune supporting blend, essential oil. It's natural antioxidant. It's cellular and nervous system support. Cassia is going to have that warmth, like we were talking about. It's super high in antioxidants. It has a similar, we use On Guard, right? Cinnamon and cassia are very similar in that they are very supportive for antioxidants and immune support. It as well, detoxifying, cleansing, and it's going to basically safeguard your counters and everything from threats. Lemon eucalyptus is uplifting and invigorating, refreshing, again, purifying to the surfaces. We know how amazing tea tree oil is. What would we have without tea tree oil? Nothing. As far as a cleanser, you have to have that one in there. So that one's going to be all things antibacterial. You have arborvitae. That one's a super powerful cleansing agent. And that one's, like I said, that's going to bring that grounding scent into the blend. Kochi eucalyptus, you'll notice we have 3 different kinds of eucalyptus in this blend. So is it 3? 1, 2, 2.
2.
Yeah. So all of those are really amazing for respiratory as well. So just having those in the blend is going to support your respiratory system, and cleaning out, like Tracy was saying, these are your like chimneys in your body. It's going to cleanse your respiratory system. And then lavender is basically a hybrid between 2 different types of lavender. So it's not going to have that same floral scent. It's going to be more of a strong herbaceous kind of scent. So you won't have that floral in here, if that's what you're thinking. And then you have cilantro, again, super cleansing. It's going to be supportive of cleansing the environment, all of your air. And then lemon myrtle is cleansing, purifying, and supports feelings of calm and positivity. So all around, this is going to be an amazing blend to put onto our surfaces, and it's going to create a safe home for everyone in the house. So let's see.
And again, like my
Perfect.
mind, like when I think about this one, like you see all the areas, but like I see this, like I'm very visual. So it's like my mind just went, it's like blown, right? It's like, oh, this area, this area, this area, and then you're like, oh, and at the same time as I'm cleaning, because I don't really love cleaning. I love cleaning with doTERRA because it smells so good, but I don't really love cleaning. And when I think about this, one of the reasons why I hated cleaning was I don't like the smell. I never like the smell of bleach, and bleach is very harsh on your lungs. So I just think about this, and it's kind of like, again, it's a point that some people might be like, oh, I'm a feely person, right? But I'm like, how cool is it that like your products that you're cleaning are like taking care of you at the same time? Like I said before, it's like we're cleaning the environment, but we're cleaning the house. Like it's like this double duo where normally when we're cleaning, it's like most of the time we're putting, stuff over our nose, masks
It's
on.
like you'd rather have a gas mask on than be cleaning, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And so I think about like, my cleaning lady, and I have her come every other week, and I'm so excited for her to be cleaning with all these products. Right. And it's just, it's better for her too. So I think there's just some things like when I think about our oils, I just get a little like feely. I'm like, oh man, they're taking care of me, at this.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I don't know the study, but there is a study about women who work from home, or just whoever works from home, they're more likely to have different like respiratory issues because of all of the toxic scents and cleaners that they're inhaling. So to be able to safeguard our houses and make it a space where we're not concerned about all of the additional toxins, like you think about it, we walk outside and there's fires, and you're going into other people's homes where they have chemical cleaners and chemical air fresheners and all these things that we don't really have control over, but we do have control over what's going on in our homes. So to be able to, like you said, that 33% of cleaning your house and being able to control even just that much, that's huge. That sets you apart from most people in the statistics that are saying this is what you're going to get later on in the years, right? So it's just helping our health long term. All right. You can find all of these PDFs on doTERRA's site, but this is a really great PDF to show you some of the things you can use just with this essential oil. And then we're going to go into all the amazing products that doTERRA just launched. Okay. So with, like I said, sustainability, doTERRA has made these really beautiful bottles that you can purchase once, and then you just continually refill them. So it makes it more cost effective and economically effective for shipping around the world, but also it's supporting in less trash, less waste, all of that stuff. So you can, what's that?
They're actually really pretty in person.
Yeah.
I feel like they translate in everyone's home really well. I was bummed they sold out of these. I was like, dang it.
I know. I keep checking the site and I'm like, are we going to have more soon when the launch happens, or what's, I actually should know that.
It'll all be coming. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, so this is again on the site if you want to get the exact information on how to make all of these, but they'll also come in the back of your bottle. So the first product we have is the multi-purpose surface cleaner. And I know I am excited about this one because forever I've cleaned with water, vinegar, and then I make my little blend of essential oils, whatever I'm wanting. But this is so nice to, one, it's not going to smell like vinegar. Two, it's going to smell like this amazing abode blend and have all of these beautiful properties to cleanse surfaces. So it's made with the abode blend. It's a concentrate from a format to reduce carbon footprint. The bottle is like this big. It's formulated with thymol from ajwain plant for extra cleaning power. So that's going to make it be extra cleansing. It's ideal for non-porous surfaces. So I wouldn't use this on your wood grain kind of thing unless it's finished. And then it's glass packaging for easy recyclability. I can't talk today. And then it's clean and fresh aroma. So, and I do love as well, these little bottles have the foot on them are rubber. So if you're somebody, I know I have some parents who are like, well, I like to clean with glass or with plastic rather than glass. And it makes it so that it's way less likely that it's going to fall over and break and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Then you have the dish soap. This comes with a really pretty loading here. It comes with a really pretty head. It either has the pour spout and it also comes with a pump. So that is your, again, it's in the aluminum for recyclability. It's going to be surfactants from coconut and other plants. So it's not going to have all of those harsh chemicals that you're normally seeing that make it suds, basically make that sudsy feeling. So it's helping to protect our oceans and our water supply from all of those harsh chemicals. And it's super natural, so it's not going to be drying for your hands, but it is still going to clean your dishes really well. And this one has added grapefruit in it, which grapefruit is my favorite citrus oil, so I'm super excited about this one. So then we have the hand wash. This, like I said before, we had it in the plastic bottle, so it's coming in aluminum now, and it has that pump right there. It's beautiful. You can partner it with the hand lotion, which is next. It's scented with the citrus bloom, so that one's kind of your floral citrus scent, super great for the whole family. Concentrate format to reduce carbon footprint. It's gentle on the hands, so it's not going to strip your hands of all of those healthy, natural bacteria. It's only going to strip it of the bad bacteria. And then it's also going to implement some of this added moisture from the apple and banana extracts to soothe the skin. Again, that's aluminum to help with recycling, and then it's a non-drying formula. And if that wasn't enough, you have the lotion to pair with it to re-add moisture to the hands. And it's coming in this really awesome refillable container. So that makes it super nice for throwing it away, recycling. Scented with citrus bloom, PCR refillable pouch. So it makes it easier to ship, lighter weight. It's a lightweight formula. I found, did you try this one at convention or do you have this one yet? I found it was a little lighter than normal body.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter. It's thinner to me, which again, I'm not, the one thing I'm actually more excited about is like the hand wash and the dish soap, because my hands get really dry. So then I always have lotion there. And then when I'm using the lotion, I love the lotion, but it's a little thicker. So I'm like, okay, I'm like really rubbing it in.
Yeah.
So I'm excited more about the hand, I'm more excited about the dish soap and the hand soap so that it's not pulling the oils.
Super drying, right.
Super drying. Because again, like if I can get away with not wearing as much. So I think that was a good reason for them to have a little bit lighter. And I think that's also because of the soap, right? It's not going to, I mean, that's why we end up putting the lotion on. So
yeah,
I'm excited because
I love that.
The rose is obviously amazing. And everybody wanted that on the shelf. So.
Yeah, for sure. This one's amazing. All right. So then we have this one, like I said, without the silicone. So this is what makes it such a high quality product. When you look at the EWG, you will notice that it is like a 0 or a 1. And that makes it such a high quality product because it doesn't have those silicones and those nasty ingredients in there. This is going to be obviously moisturizing. It's not greasy. You're not going to have that like greasy residue. It's moisturizing with shea oil, beetroot extract, and coconut oil. And then it has Tasmanian pepper extract to help soothe the skin. All right, and these were the crowd pleasers. I feel like most people were shouting most about these, the dishwasher. Everyone's so excited. It's like, what did they say about the dishwasher pods or something, or the new dryer balls? I think it was something like that.
Pods are the new dryer balls.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think probably the laundry pods are more
the laundry pods.
I'm excited about both, but I couldn't make laundry. I mean, I never made my own laundry soap, but I definitely made my own dishwasher pods. They're really easy to make, the dishwasher pods, but then I felt like they would get all, like, it just didn't always break down. So I was like, okay, cool. So I then just moved to making toilet pods, and the toilet pods, I got that down. So I don't care if they make toilet pods. But these two, after trying dish pods and epically failing, and then I use the On Guard laundry. I love the On Guard laundry, but my kids, like when you're used to getting like a big tub and then everybody's like dumping a few times.
Yeah, it goes by so fast.
Yeah,
there's no like portion control.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what did you guys just do? They're like, we filled it all the way up. I was like, So I'm excited about the dishwasher pods also, because my kids will like dump all the, so it's like portion control. It's like, it's in the thing, it's
Totally.
meant, just need one. So
yeah, you're like, it says 64 uses on the bottle, but really it's like 12.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I get a lot out of it, but I could imagine having kids. You're like, good job. Thank you for doing your laundry. But at the same time, just no, I'll do it.
I think all around is going to be really awesome. And also too, again, because you can see that the abode line it's formulated with the abode line, but all of these kind of have like another little signature scent, like the
Tasmania pepper. Yeah.
So they have a little
grapefruit
twist. Yeah. But then they all still complement together. So it's yummy.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Yeah, so these dishwasher pods, I have not ventured to do dishwasher pods. I actually use the 7th generation one. So I'm super excited that we have these now, because now I don't have to go outside of doTERRA and I can use yet again, something that I know, like, and trust. So dishwasher pods, they come with the abode scent. It's the natural enzyme for plant powered cleansing. So it is going to get the residue off. It's going to break down all of the unwashed off foods, any of the stuff that's in there that you need to get cleaned. It's going to break that down. Gray water safe formula, which is super cool, that we know that when our gray water is washing out, it's not full of harmful chemicals. It's going to be super safe for the gray water. 24 count packaging made with post-consumer recyclable materials. And then each pod is made with that encapsulated biodegradable film. So it's going to be able to break down and again, be safe for the gray water and not be a harsh chemical. Okay, and then last but not least, the laundry pods. Very, very cool. I actually have a front loader, so I've always done the liquid. I like it, so I'm excited to try these to see how they go with the front loader. I feel like it'll be good.
Do you throw it in the front, or do you just put it still in the?
I'll probably throw it right into the thing, but same, like every time I do a load of laundry, like sometimes I'm like, oh, I filled the whole thing up. Whoops. Yeah. Or, oh, I only did a quarter. Like, I don't really know. I kind of just go off what I guess. So this is nice. It's just straight one pod. You put it in 45 in a package. That's a great deal. Like that's going to last forever.
Yeah.
Natural enzymes. That's going to break it down. What?
In your house. I was like, wait.
Oh, I know. Without, because I don't want to.
But it actually is a really, for me, all of it is a really, like, I'm so excited about all of it, because I do look at this and, with our family size, I'll probably end up buying, 2 a month for this, but I'll not go through 2 in that, it'll be probably less and less. But we have a family of 6. So like we do kind of like everybody has their load, and the way we do it with my littles, we kind of combine. So I was like more excited about this. And again, I think for me, my mind frame is around all of the things that Britt's talking about, like the sustainability. I want to tell you even too, because I just kind of looked it up through my app, this part about when she's talking about, the gray water and the chemicals in our water. Water has the ability to hold the vibrational frequency of memory of certain contaminants. So when you understand that, it's really important. Like when we think about the chemicals, like we think about that in the sense of like, we should be drinking clean water, but you bathe in water, you shower in water, you cook with water. So unless you have a whole like a filtration system in your home, which we do have, your water, again, is carrying a vibrational frequency and a memory of the contaminants that's being put into the water. And so,
so it's affecting you. Yeah.
So fluoride, medications, recreational drugs, heavy metals, pathogens, those all create disruptions in your body. And again, like I said kind of before, is the reason why all of this is important is because chemical exposure that's causing and contributing to your health concern can be from any time period in your life. It doesn't mean that, oh, it's current right now, or I drank a bottle of water and it had something in it. It is like even passed down generationally. They say that there's like 300 chemicals found in the umbilical cord with the mom, if not more. And so you want to think about that as like, that's everything she's eaten, breathing, and your grandmother before her. So this is, again, when we talk about the ways that we can clean up, we want to be thinking about like our future generations, our future kids. Like this disruption that you're making of being someone who absolutely cares about the sustainability of your body, the sustainability of your home, in the sense of chemical exposure and nutritional deficiencies, all of these ways that doTERRA really can help you. This is like, it's like, to me, I like to, it's like you're drawing the line in the sand, and you're like not moving this forward to the next generations, your kids. And it's really powerful when you do that, because you're passing on better health. So that's kind of how I think about that. But I know this is kind of a funny thing, but even within my water, because we have a filtration system, putting oils in your water, you're purifying your water, right? And so when I'm bathing in my water, I'm always using oils in the water. And so that's the same thing. Think about your clothes. Your clothes will have, like, from like the old Tide that you're using, that's full of chemicals. It gets into the fibers of the chemicals, and then it's like in your clothing. And a lot of times that's a trigger for different skin irritations and irritants that you might have, where you have disruptions on your skin. You might have rashes or different things that can all be from the detergent that you're using, and the chemical exposure and wearing that all day long. So just kind of thinking about it that way too.
I do agree. I mean, the majority of people that I work with doTERRA, they are like, yeah, I have to use a special detergent because I've been affected by the detergent for whatever reason. I'm like, wow, how is that so common?
Yeah.
And it's because detergents have these harsh chemicals, and they're sitting on our body. And when they're touching every piece of our skin, it's like an irritation. It's like an overload of the toxicity. So to reduce those toxins by using something natural and clean and safe is only going to, again, energetically lift you and become less heavy for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Awesome. Yeah.
Next.
All right. Well, I think so that wraps us up, actually. That is our line for the Abode new toxic free cleanser line. And I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to get all of these in my home. They sold out from the convention kit, so I actually didn't get one. So I'm super bummed. I did get to use them in the little arena that they have all the stuff in, but yeah, I feel like I learned so much from you. So thank you so much, Tracy. I can't wait to go back and take some notes and see how energetically my chemicals are working for me in my house and everything.
Yeah, well, I think it's interesting too. Again, it's going to like what you kind of talk about. You have a love and a passion for sustainability. That's one of Britt's high values that she has. And when we think about sustainability, sometimes people just think about sustainability in one area, right? Like, again, this is all feng shui, right? Like the healthiness of you, when we talk about feng shui, it's in the 33.3%. That's what I was talking about before, like an environment. 33.3% of your like overall success in life and health and all of that is your environment. The other 33.3 is your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, right? And then the next 33.3 is like just what they call heavenly luck. It's like your goal, like what you've been blessed with, like the gifts that you have. This is like your natural gifts that you're meant to express in the world. And when I think about doTERRA, when Britt was talking, a core value that she has is sustainability, and sustainability in the products that she buys and the things that she invests in, the clothing that she wears. And so when you think about that concept, is we all want to be really passionate about sustainability, and it flows over into our body, right? The sustainability. I've always been probably not as passionate or understanding about sustainability in the way that Britt thinks about it. But now actually hearing you talk, I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So aluminum. It can be recycled over and over and over again. But when I take that into that key area of my life where I'm very passionate about the sustainability of health, aluminum and heavy metals and plastics, I just pulled it up because I thought it was important. Plastics are really toxic to the body, and they disrupt essential systems, specifically hormones and rhythms. So microplastics, as an example, are small pieces of plastic that pollute the environment and are toxic to all life. So the small fragments are ubiquitous. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, and have been,
yeah, you got it.
and have been found in water, food, and air. So toxins can be from any point in your life, right? And toxins exist in the physical form, but they also exist in the invisible energetic form. So energetic toxins, they end up being vibrational frequencies that were simply unable to be processed, like because the energy body was imbalanced. And what that means is, even if you're, say, drinking out of plastic and you're like, oh, it's not really that big of a deal, energetically it can be a big deal, because your body, if there's any imbalance in your body, like body to spirit, kind of, so to speak, like there's a disconnection, or you're kind of like a separation, we call it, an energy from the body and spirit, you could have even an illness or a toxicity or heavy metals or a parasite, anything like this could be in the body, and it doesn't fully process in the energetic form because of that disruption. So I know that's kind of maybe a little far out there, but when you think about those disruptions, it was kind of going back to and wanting to bring that key point in the beginning, is there's those three key areas that are the big major disruptions in our body's ability to live sustainable. And that is the sustainability around the chemical exposure and the nutritional deficiencies, and then the emotional stressors that we have. And really, doTERRA hits those three key areas beautifully. And this line in particular hits those key areas beautifully as well. So thanks, Britt, for having me here with you today. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Like I said, every time I sit down with you, I feel like I learn a little bit more about my energy and my emotions and everything. So now I love being able to tie all these things together. And I do very much agree. doTERRA's done an amazing job with this new line to help wrap all those things together. So thanks for being with me.
Get these products. We forgot to do that.
October 1st. Yeah, October 1. These will be available. Like I said, I think, are the glass bottles going to be available right at October 1 as well? It says sold out online. So
they're supposed to be. I didn't know they were still out, but they're supposed to be. Now I know there's going to be the ability to, because there's post-convention tours. So we'll be able to do a post-convention tour. Again, I don't know exactly how all of those are going to look like. You know, all that information hasn't come out, but you will have access to buy the convention kit. And then you have access on October 1st to get everything individual. So I'm excited more about the individual, because again, I'm like thinking already 2 packs of dishwasher pods, 2 packs of laundry pods, like that in my mind. And again, we haven't even talked about On Guard zinc. That wasn't in our presentation, but like the On Guard, those I'm like, so I'm already thinking about my October 1st order might be like crazy. But,
yeah, oh my gosh, those On Guard tablets, I'm so excited about those.
Yeah, so I know you do have the option of the convention kit without some of those, the 2 oils that were specialty if you were at convention. Just keep in mind, in the convention pack, the dishwasher pods and the laundry pods were more in a sample size. So I think they were like 12.
Yeah, pods. Like 12 or 15. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, and I was like Britt too. I went to get my kit at the very last day, and because I was having so much fun, and they were gone. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited. I'm going to end up getting a lot of the individual and just really kind of having that. But just know that you'll have those options, and October 1st, and that's the new launch of the products. So,
yep, I love it. All right, well, thanks again. This is awesome.
Yeah, you too.
I had a great time with you at convention. So I'm like, I got to powwow with you after. This is great. So I hope you guys all had enjoyed this and learned something. Tracy, thank you so much. This was great.
You're welcome.
And I'll talk to you guys all later. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and happy Abode Line.